Well, it's still summer. Basically. Technically. For a little bit. Hello and welcome to Intoxicated Masculinity. If it's Wednesday, we have a cocktail video coming at you. Today we are going to continue, just for a little bit longer, our summer cocktails. As we know, the summer is almost over and all things are coming to their end. But let's forget about that for the moment. Let's have drinks. So today we're going to be doing kind of a newer cocktail, and I'm going to be honest, I saw the name and I thought it was great for this. It is the Summer Breeze. It was made by Dick Bradsell back in 1998. It's just kind of a fun, kind of fairly simple little tiki cocktail that, as with all of the cocktails we've been talking about, would work great by a pool, or if you're watching this during the depths of winter, just close your eyes, drink the cocktail, and pretend you're sitting by a pool. Because who doesn't like to do that? Again, since this cocktail doesn't have a heck of a lot of history, let's go into making it and, more importantly, drinking it. Okay, we are back and we have ingredients, which is something I love to have. So we're going to start off with my little substitution. So this actually calls for an elderflower cordial. I'm using St. Germain elderflower liqueur. It's only a half an ounce, and honestly I don't think it's going to make a heck of a lot of difference. It's not going to add much alcohol to the cocktail. It's going to bring the same flavors. And I don't want to go looking for an elderflower cordial. So we're going to add half an ounce of St. Germain elderflower liqueur, or if you have it, half an ounce of elderflower cordial. Next, we're going to do, it asks for an eighth of an ounce, and it just kind of as a personal pet peeve, I hate when they list an eighth of an ounce. I feel like the difference between like an eighth of an ounce, or between a quarter of an ounce and a bar spoon, and like the eighth is kind of somewhere there in the middle. So we will try, that's probably a little heavy for a quarter, but that's fine. Next we are going to do, and you'll just have to trust me on this, this is 2 ounces of cranberry juice. And then we're going to do 2 ounces of apple juice. And finally, there is no alcohol in this except for the St. Germain, so let's do that. And so we're just going to add in 2 ounces of, it actually specifically calls for Kettle One. I'm more of a, well, I'm not really a vodka person, generally speaking, but when I do drink vodka, I'm more of a Grey Goose guy, but Kettle One I think in this cocktail is going to work just fine. I think your higher quality vodka matters in cocktails where the vodka is sort of alone with ingredients. This has got a lot of other stuff going on, so I think it's going to be just fine. That being said, we need some ice in our shaker. Okay, so let's go ahead and toss that on in. Now, one other thing, I talk about this sometimes, this is not a super high alcohol content cocktail. So, well, generally speaking, I would sort of tell you to add as much ice to your shaker / mixing glass as you can. In this case, I probably wouldn't. I mean, go about half full of ice, and I think that's going to be just fine. Anyway, let's give it a good shake. Good and frosted over there. Also, the reason I mentioned the idea of the amount of ice to use, if you have a really low alcohol content cocktail and you really fill up your shaker with ice, you can actually freeze some of your ingredients, and so your cocktail might come out tasting a little bit different than you expect it to. Anyway, we are going to double strain this into a chilled Collins glass. We're going to make a little bit of a mess, but that's all right. It's got kind of a nice, peach color to it. Now, typically they say to put in an orange slice here. They don't have any orange slices, so I think I'm just going to use my desiccated oranges. That one doesn't really fit in there. We can fix that. There we go. Works like a charm. All right. Let's go ahead and taste this thing and see what we think. It's funny. So last week we had the zombie, and I sort of mentioned that some tiki drinks can come off a little bit more simple. That is kind of more what this is. This is not a complex cocktail. You get sort of citrus fruit juices. Your elderflower is coming in there a little bit with kind of herbal sweetness. and then just a tiny little bit of alcohol punch kind of at the end. So this isn't a complex cocktail, but it is tasty. I mean, people drink fruit juices for a reason, because they're good. So I enjoy this. I probably wouldn't be at my top of the list of all tiki cocktails, but if you want something that's very simple, kind of, you don't have to have a PhD in mixology to sort of get it. This is going to be nice. Nobody who gets this is going to be disappointed. Anyway, on that bombshell, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good drink, and have a good day. Smells like booze up here.
Your booze.